Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Kishore. So today discuss about chapter 5, NCERT textbook, class 7th, parallel and intersecting lines. Okay. So first of all, we will see what is intersecting lines. Okay, what are perpendicular lines? What do we mean by parallel lines? What do we mean by transversals? And what are corresponding angles? Okay, so in your standard 6, you already know what is line segment, what is line. Okay, so we will see. We know that when we put arrow both end of the line segment, then we will get a line. Okay, so like this is a line segment. Okay, when we put arrow both end of this line segment, then we will get a line. So this kind line means when we will put arrow end of this line segment, then we will get a picture like a diagram, we can say that. Okay, so this kind of diagram is called line segment in geometry. Okay, so now we will discuss more about line in this class. Okay, what is line and uh, uh, how many means classification of lines and all. Okay, so what is, let's take, so okay, sorry, now we will discuss about intersecting lines. Okay, intersecting lines, intersecting lines, intersecting intersecting lines. Okay, okay, sorry, intersecting lines. So intersecting lines means, okay, let's take there are two lines are there. Let's like line L. Let's say this is line L and this is line M. Okay. So when these two lines, line L and line M, cross to each other at a particular point, then these two lines are called intersecting lines. Like, okay, this is line L and this is line M. Okay. So these two lines are crossing each other at a particular point here. Okay. This is a point here. They are intersecting. They are crossing to each other at a particular point. Let's say that point is P. Okay. So this kind of lines are called intersecting lines. Okay. Now we will see about perpendicular lines. Okay, so now we will see uh, what do we mean by perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. Okay, so uh, let's take two lines are there, like uh, okay, let's take two lines are there, two lines are there, line, let's take again line L and line M. Okay, so whenever two lines intersect with each other or they interact with each other, then what will happens? They form an angle. Okay, so they form an angle. So let's say this is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle. That means when two lines intersect with each other, then four angle will be formed. Okay, so what? So now see what is perpendicular lines actually. Okay, so we saw that when two lines are intersecting with each other, then they are forming angles. They are forming angles. Okay, but if the angle which is formed by the two lines is 90-degree, then those two lines are called perpendicular lines. Lines. Okay, that means here line L and line M are called perpendicular lines. Okay, perpendicular lines means what we understood. We saw that whenever two lines intersect with each other and the line formed by those two lines is 90-degree, then those two lines are called perpendicular lines. Okay, so it was all about perpendicular lines. Okay, now we will see parallel lines. Okay, what do you mean by parallel lines? Okay, now we will see what do you mean by parallel lines. Parallel lines. Okay. Okay. Here I am drawing some pair of lines. Please have attention here. So this is one line. Let's take this is line. Let's take this is line L. Okay. And this is line M. Okay. And here one more pair of line is there. Like take this is line P. This is line Q. Okay. And let's take one more another pair of line. This is line K and this is line L. Okay. Let's take one more pair. This is line X and this is line Y. Okay. This is let's numbering this pair. Pair one, pair two, pair two, pair three, pair four. Okay. So if we see angle, if we see line L and line M, okay, we will discuss about line L and M later. So first of all, we will see if we see line P and line Q, then what we can see, we are seeing that these two lines are intersecting to each other at a particular point. Okay, that point is here. Okay, they are intersecting at a particular point. Similarly, line K and line L also intersecting at a particular point. Okay, so uh, recently we saw that if two lines are intersecting with each other, then those kind of lines are called intersecting lines. Okay, but we are talking about parallel lines. Okay, what are parallel lines? Okay, let's see line L and line M. Okay, but these two lines are not intersecting with each other. But if we extend these two lines, okay, if we extend these two lines, let's extend this line L like this. Okay, if we extend this line M like this, that means what actually we are seeing, these two lines are intersecting at a particular point after a certain distance. Okay, that point is here. Okay, that means these lines are also intersecting lines. Okay, line L and line M also called intersecting lines. But in case of line X and line Y, if we extend these two lines, then they will never meet at a particular point after a certain distance. Okay, they will never meet, means there is a no point of intersection. Okay. Uh, okay. So these kind of lines are called parallel lines. Okay. Then can we say that parallel lines are those lines when we extend those lines, then they never meet at a particular point and they have a equal distance. Means they uh, they travel at a equal distance between them. Okay. So it was all about parallel lines. Okay. So now we'll talk about transversals. Okay. Okay. Now we will talk about transversals. Okay. So we saw that we talked about parallel lines, intersecting lines, and all, and perpendicular lines and all. Okay. Now we will see what do we mean by transversals. What do we mean by transversals? Uh, transversals. 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 Okay. So let's take two lines are there. Let's say those two lines are also line L and line M. Okay. Let's take those two lines are also line L and line M. Let's say two lines are there, line L and line L and line M. Okay. Oh, okay. So what we so that we got to know that whenever two lines intersect with each other, then they form angles. Okay. So let's take one more line which is intersecting both these two lines, line L and line M. That is, let's take that is line X. Okay. So that means here line X will form four angles with line L, and line X will form four angles with line M. Okay, that means uh, let's take this is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle. So total four angles are there. Okay, four angles are there, and here also line X form four angles with angle sorry, here also angle X, sorry, here also line X form four angles with line M. Okay, this is one angle, this is one more angle, this is one more angle, this is one more angle. Here also total number of angles are four. Okay, okay, but what do you mean by transversal? Okay, so whenever a line intersect two lines, then that line is called transversal. Okay, here transversal is here x line x is called here here line x is called transversal. Okay, so in simple word, we can say that when a line intersect with two lines, then that line is called transversal. Okay. Now we will see what do we mean by corresponding angles. Okay. Now we'll talk about corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Okay. So as above diagram, we saw that uh, we saw that let's draw here one more time. So same thing I am drawing here. Okay, this is angle L. This is this is line L, and this is line M. Okay, and this is transversal. Okay, which is intersecting both the lines, line L and line M. Okay, that is X. Okay, so here, here line X will form four angles with line L. Let's take this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, this is angle 4. Okay. Similarly, uh, line X will form four angles with line M. Okay. Here, let's take this is, let's say this is angle number 5, angle number 6, angle 7, and angle 8. Okay, so here, uh, angle 2 and angle 6 are called corresponding angles. Similarly, angle 1 and angle 5, that means angle, we can say that here angle A, angle 1 is corresponding with angle 5. Okay, and similarly angle 3 is corresponding angle with angle 7. Okay, and angle 4 is corresponding with angle 8. So it was all about corresponding angles. I hope everyone got to know that what is corresponding angles. So in this class, we will discuss about what is what are intersecting lines, what do we mean by intersecting lines. Okay, and we also talked about what do we mean by perpendicular lines, and we saw what is parallel line, and what do we mean by transversal, and what are corresponding angles and all. So in next class, we'll talk about alternating angles. Okay, thank you.